Hey guys, welcome back. Today we discuss Finrod. Now, I don't know what's gotten into Screen Rant, but apparently even the shill media recognize that at least one potential change in the Rings of Power would make absolutely no sense. Everyone knows by now that Amazon's upcoming destruction of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings plans to introduce a new Galadriel, one unlike anything we've seen before, either in Tolkien's original story or the film adaptation. Showrunners describe this Galadriel's personality as full of piss and vinegar, a tad vulgar for a woman of her status, but exemplifies the overemphasis on her being a warrior, especially when you realize how much more powerful and capable she is than any random man or elf simply wielding a sword on horseback. The problem is this isn't a change they can pull off simply by putting this version of her character on the screen. They have to devise some sort of contrivance as motivation to explain why she's like this. So what, you may be asking, are they going to do now? And what are they up to? Well, it appears that they may be planning to sacrifice Galadriel's brother, Finrod, at the altar of wokeness. In the Rings of Power trailer footage, this is what Galadriel has to say.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine.
As noted here in this very article, Finrod did indeed perish, but it wasn't while hunting the enemy. In fact, the only thing they get right here are the claw marks on his arms that are accurate to the manner of his death. But the words coming out of her mouth, how Galadriel frames his death in this moment, signals a significant change to the valiant and remarkably selfless nature of Finrod's end, and for no other reason than to suit the studio's new narrative for Galadriel. As written in Tolkien's The Silmarillion, Finrod did fall to Sauron, but he gave his life in keeping of an oath and the protection of a friend. If the story played out that way, then there would be no task that would fall to Galadriel, and this scene of her snatching the sword from his corpse, at least within this context, would make no sense. They could easily have changed the words to reflect what he actually did, lost his life at the hands of the enemy, gave his life for a friend. You can even say that he spent his life protecting his people, because that is certainly true. But what I believe is that in keeping with what we are seeing these days in entertainment, what they're constructing here is a passing of the mantle moment, whereby they change Finrod's death and what it stood for, the entire story behind it, solely to elevate Galadriel and her ambition. Every day, it seems we learn something new about this show, something that makes it that much worse. And the first episode isn't even on the air yet. They continue to make changes to this story, not for the sake of the story, not for the sake of time or pacing, but simply to push their ideas, to push their agenda. And I don't see it paying off for them in the long run. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.